Okay, so let me introduce the chain rule. And here is the first version of the chain rule. dy over dx is equal to dy over du times du over dx. And so let's say that I'm going to use an example here to illustrate it, to show you what I mean. And let's say that I want to take the derivative of this function here, y equals x squared plus 5 to the power of 8. And what's going to happen here is that my first step will be to actually find an inside function. And that inside function I'm going to call just u. And why do I need to do that? Because I definitely do not want to expand x squared plus 5 to the power of 8. That would take forever and that'd be quite frustrating. So I'm going to basically break this function down a bit. So I'm going to make x squared plus 5 equal to u. So u equals x squared plus 5. And that will allow me to rewrite this as y equals u to the power of 8. Right? So since this is u, now we have u to the 8. Great. Now, to do the chain rule, we want dy over du times du over dx. This portion here will be just the derivative of this. We have y equals u to the 8. And how can I take the derivative of that? Well, that's just going to be quite straightforward. I can just bring down, we're taking the derivative of a monomial, right? So I can bring down the exponent, multiply by the variable, and subtract 1 from the 8 to get a 7. So y equals dy, du equals 8u to the power of 7. Great. So that is the first portion of the chain rule here. And I need this second part, du over dx. And how can I find that? Well, then I can take the u and take the derivative of it with respect to x. So du dx will be equal to, now what is the derivative of x squared? It's just 2x, right? And the derivative of a constant is just 0, so I don't need to do anything there. Great, so look at this. Now we have dy over du and du over dx. Okay, so, and finally we want to find, of course, dy over dx. So dy du was 8 times u to the power of 7. And we're multiplying that. We're multiplying that, actually. I'm not, that looked like an x, but it was a times du over dx, and that's just 2x. Okay? Now let's just simplify this a little. 8 times 2 is 16. And now we have a little issue here. I have a u, but I want to have the derivative in terms of x. So what I will do is that I will take the u and plug it back in here. So I have x squared plus 5 to the power of 7 times the x that was left. And that's it. This is the derivative. This is dy dx for our original function. And I guess I'll put the x over here though, right after the 16. So I can have 16x times x squared plus 5 to the power of 7. That's it. So now, if you're still not comfortable trying questions on your own, watch a couple more videos. Hopefully they're gonna make good sense, and then you can start tackling a few questions. Good luck.